Hey guys, Dr. John Mark here from Simply Physio. Today we're going to be going over some TMJ help. So we regularly get asked, how can I help, how can I improve my TMJ from home? What things can I do to help to ease jaw tension or TMJ pain? So the first thing is that if you're suffering from TMJ pain, what we have to consider is how can we reduce strain or irritation on the joint to allow it to calm down and get less irritated. So one thing just to be mindful of is the joint of the TMJ is not meant to be a weight-bearing joint. So we don't want to add increased pressure by doing something like leaning forward and putting our weight through our jaw. So what that's going to do is going to translate pressure and tension right into that joint. So it's like, in essence, if you sprained your ankle real bad, you would naturally maybe get a pair of crutches to relieve some pressure so you're not walking on a sprained ankle. So in the same way is we don't want to walk around on our TMJ joint by leaning forward on it. Instead, if you're at the desk a lot, if you're studying, and you get a little tired, next get a little tired, you want to lean forward. So just move your hand from, instead of being there at your jaw, just rest on your forehead or closer to the side of the head here. You can rest in the same way and avoid the pressure through the jaw. So that's tip number one, avoid weight bearing through the jaw. The second one is change up your diet. So what we want to do is go to a soft diet for maybe 1 to 2 weeks. What that will allow us to do is to avoid excessive chewing and mastication, which is just moving the jaw around to chew harder food. So think of eating soup that you don't have to chew, drinking smoothies, things like yogurt. Try doing that for 1 to 2 weeks to help rest the jaw. After you've been on a soft diet for about 2 weeks, more of like a liquid diet, then think about going to a soft diet. So the first step is a diet where you're really not having to chew at all. The second step was going to more of a soft diet. So think about something like eating like noodles, something that's more soft, where you're not having to really chew something like a steak. Eating something like cooked carrots, would be an example of something, again, you're not having to work real hard with the jaw for a softer diet. So we'd first go to something like a liquid diet for 1 to 2 weeks, second to a soft diet for another 1 to 2 weeks, and then the third step is to start reintroducing a regular meal. So when we're at that stage, think about just selecting one meal a day of having more of a regular food, maybe a sandwich, maybe in the breakfast, maybe doing some eggs and bacon, things like that. But just start off with one meal, and then you can gradually progress up to 2 regular meals, three regular meals, so that you are allowing the jaw time to recover and slowly building up its strength and its ability to eat harder food. So in summary, first step is don't lean there through the jaw. The second step is to modify your diet. Third thing that you can do is watch your posture. So if you're talking on the phone a lot and have your head cocked to the side, we want to try to keep the head in a neutral position. When you bring your head to the side, we're going to be adding more tension to this side of the jaw. So we want to think about keeping the head more in alignment. The other position that we want to watch out for is having the head forward. When you bring your head forward, what happens is the jaw gets brought back into the mandible there to the temporal bone. So that's going to add more pressure. With your head forward, you have more pressure there at the TMJ. So when we bring our head back over our shoulders, what it allows the jaw is the jaw comes back into a more resting position. It comes more forward so that we're not having that compression there at the jaw. So that's the third step. Watch your posture, avoid cocking your head to the side, and avoid having your head way forward. Try to bring your head back over the shoulders and keep it more there in midline alignment. All right, guys, we're going to be focusing on TMJ and headaches here for the next few weeks. So come back in, check back in with us to follow the rest of our tips, ways that you can help to ease your pain. Thanks, guys.